I feel like whenever I'm on a date, I'm always like having like the sense of like I'm a man in the situation. I'm like protective.
I don't care what anyone says. I don't care that you have tattoos. I don't care that you have a gap between your teeth. Like, I love you.
So, you know how Taylor's been all over the place lately? Well, word on the street is that she's got some serious concerns about her relationship hitting a rough patch. Yeah, apparently those in her inner circle are spilling the beans, saying she's been tossing and turning over it. And it's not surprising. I mean, she's been through the ringer with relationships. If there's a wrong turn to be made in the world of love, she's probably been down that road. Breakups, heartaches, you name it. She's seen it all. Now, here comes Travis Kelce, waltzing into her life like a breath of fresh air. But Taylor, bless her heart, she's got those walls up high. Can you blame her? With her track record, it's like she's got a built-in radar for trouble. So when things start getting serious between her and Travis, naturally, she's hit with that old familiar fear. What if this one goes south too? But here's where Travis steps in, like the knight in shining armor she never knew she needed. He's not just another guy. No, he's different. He sees those doubts creeping in, and instead of running for the hills, he pulls her in closer. He listens to her fears, holds her hand through the uncertainty, and whispers those reassuring words she's been longing to hear. Sure, Taylor's been burned before, but Travis? He's determined to rewrite her love story. He's not about to let her past dictate their future. So, as they navigate this new chapter together, Taylor's starting to realize something. Maybe, just maybe, this time could be different. And with Travis by her side, she's daring to believe that happily ever after might not be such a far-fetched dream after all. But before we get into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to never miss out on any new videos. It's free and helps us tremendously bring out new content for your enjoyment. Seems Taylor Swift is head over heels for Travis Kelce, but you know what? She's starting to get a little jittery about it all. Word on the street is she's fretting over whether things might go south or if the whole fame thing might be a bit much for him. According to some insider chatter, Taylor's all about that fairy tale ending with Travis, but she's kinda superstitious about it all. Like, she's afraid of tempting fate or something. The scoop is she's so invested in this relationship that she's sweating the small stuff. Like, really sweating it. It's like she's walking on eggshells, terrified that one wrong move could mess everything up. The source spilled some more tea, saying that Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs sensation, seems to be totally at home in the spotlight. I mean, the guy's got his own podcast and even had his own bachelor-style dating show called Catching Kelce. But even for a guy like him, Taylor's mega fame can be a bit overwhelming. Think about it. Being with someone as globally recognized as Taylor Swift, that's a whole different ballgame. It's like, no matter how comfortable you are in your own skin, her level of fame can make anyone pause and think twice. There's very little oxygen between her life and fame, says the source. Travis is a peacock, but he has never dated a celeb before, and she is one of the most famous women in the world. Right now, he is enjoying everything, and she is hoping that it stays like that. The insider added that Taylor's really stressing over whether Travis can handle the whole fame circus without flipping out. Like, she's worried that the nonstop attention might drain him. And to add fuel to the fire, now that Taylor's latest album has hit the shelves, things are cranked up to 11. It's like the spotlight's shining even brighter on her, and she's feeling all sorts of vulnerable, you know? Like putting your heart and soul out there in your music, it's gotta mess with your head a bit. Man, according to the source, releasing this album is like walking a tightrope for Taylor. It's not just stressful, it's like bearing your soul to the world and hoping they catch it gently. They spill that it's her most intricate piece of art yet, like a masterpiece with layers upon layers of emotion. And let me tell you, the album's got the media frenzy dial turned up to the max. I mean, Paste magazine had to drop an anonymous review because they were legit scared of backlash. It's crazy to think that expressing yourself through music could stir up such a storm. But hey, check this out. Despite all the chaos, Taylor's been riding the fame train like a pro, especially since hooking up with Kelce. And let me tell you, they're rock solid. Now remember when she rocked up to that football game on September 24th, smack dab in the middle of her Whirlwind Eras tour? Oh, and let's not forget about that epic concert film she dropped in theaters. She's been a force to be reckoned with. And as if that wasn't enough, Kelce goes and wins the Super Bowl. Talk about power couple goals, right? Their relationship's been making headlines left, right, and center. It's like the universe can't get enough of them. It's like the NFL couldn't resist the Taylor Swift effect. Her presence alone was like a shot of adrenaline, boosting ticket sales and viewership whenever she graced Kelce's games with her squad, including the likes of Blake Lively and Lana Del Rey. Talk about turning heads. And get this, the NFL even jumped on the Swift bandwagon, rebranding their X handle to NFL, Taylor's version. They were so hyped that they even had an Instagram bio shouting out, "Chiefs are 2-0 as Swifties," at one point. Now, if that isn't the ultimate fan endorsement, I don't know what is. Before Kelce came into the picture, Taylor kept her romantic life pretty low-key. She had this long-term thing going on with actor Joe Alwyn for a solid 6 years, and they kept things under wraps. But then, things changed after they split in April 2023. She had this highly publicized fling with the 1975 singer Maddie Healy, and let me tell you, the media couldn't get enough of it. When you think about it, it's not hard to see why Taylor might be feeling the pressure. I mean, she's basically a household name, one of the most beloved women on the planet. Travis, on the other hand, hasn't exactly been with someone on her level of fame before. So yeah, it's like this whole new territory for both of them. Taylor's probably got this nagging worry in the back of her mind, thinking, is my fame gonna mess things up with Travis? It's like a classic case of superstar meets sports star, with all the potential challenges that come with it. But then, if you look at the other side, Travis might just have what it takes to weather the storm. I mean, let's not forget he's a big deal in the world of NFL. He's used to being in the spotlight, facing the pressures and handling all that fame that comes with being a football star. Sure, it might not be on the same level as Taylor's global superstardom, but it's still a pretty hefty dose of attention. So, if Travis is really committed to making it work with Taylor, he might just have the resilience to navigate through the chaos. It's like he's already accustomed to the paparazzi flashbulbs, the media scrutiny, and all that jazz. Maybe, just maybe, he's got the skills to handle the whirlwind of being with someone as mega famous as Taylor Swift. But Taylor's worries make sense considering what happened in her last relationship. According to a fresh report from People, it seems like Joe and Taylor called it quits over some differences in their personalities. It's like they hit a rough patch, you know? But hey, this isn't their first rodeo. They've been through the ringer before and managed to patch things up, so their friends were kinda hopeful they'd do the same this time around. But alas, this time it was for real. The insider spilled that, in the end, they just weren't clicking like they used to. It's a bummer, for sure. Remember how the whole Joe Taylor saga started back in 2017? Fans have been buzzing about it ever since, but some even suspect they might have crossed paths way back in 2016 at the Met Gala. Crazy, right? It's like a real-life rom-com unfolding before our eyes. Many people thought they were a match made in heaven, you know? They had all these shared interests and really fell for each other while Taylor was kinda laying low during the whole Reputation era. Spilled the source, referring to Taylor's 2017 album. Then, bam! The pandemic hits, and they're suddenly locked down together. It's like this cozy little love nest where they could just focus on each other. But here's the thing. Outside of that bubble, Joe didn't really get to see the full picture of Taylor. Now, Joe's no stranger to the spotlight. What with his acting gigs in films like The Favorite and his recent Hulu show, Conversations with Friends. But according to The Insider, when it comes to his personal life, he's all about keeping things low-key. Can't really blame him for wanting a bit of privacy, right? Sources said, Joe has struggled with Taylor's level of fame and the attention from the public, the source said. The differences in their personalities have also become harder to ignore after years together. They've grown apart. And things were getting pretty serious between Taylor and Joe. According to People, they were even tossing around the idea of tying the knot not too long ago. But despite those talks, it seems like Taylor had some doubts about the long-term viability of their relationship. Rumor has it, Taylor didn't quite see them going the distance. But hey, here's the silver lining. Even though they've called it quits, they're keeping it civil. They're still on good terms, which is always a relief to hear, especially when things end on such a serious note. Respect, my friend, that's the name of the game here. They might not be together anymore, but there's still plenty of mutual admiration between them. But maybe it's for the better because Joe just couldn't be aligned with what Swift had to bring to the table and vice versa. I mean, 6 years of romance and not a peep from either of them about it? That's some serious ninja-level privacy right there. Last year, Joe dodged questions like a pro in an interview with The Guardian, straight up refusing to spill the beans about his relationship with Taylor. And you know what? He had some pretty valid reasons. In his own words, chatting about their love life just feeds into this whole weird cultural obsession with celebrity relationships. And honestly, who can blame the guy? It's like he's saying, hey, our relationship is for us, not for everyone else to dissect and analyze. He's fully aware of the whole circus surrounding their romance, but it's just not his cup of tea. He's all about keeping that gate closed, blocking out all that unnecessary intrusion. Can't fault him for wanting to keep some parts of his life sacred, right? Back in 2018, he acknowledged in British Vogue that fans are itching for details, but he made it clear they've mastered the art of privacy. And you know what? It seems like the message finally sunk in for everyone else. Taylor, too, broke her silence about their romance in a rare moment last October. In an Instagram video before her latest album, Midnights, dropped, she opened up about the challenges they faced over the years, dodging rumors and tabloid gossip left and right. But through it all, they stuck to their guns, focusing on what truly mattered, their relationship. It's like she's saying, hey, we've dealt with all this noise for 6 years, and we're not about to let it get in the way of what's real. Even though they kept their personal lives under wraps, Joe wasn't exactly a stranger to Taylor's professional world. In fact, he was low-key supporting her career the whole time. Did you know he even made some sneaky appearances on her tracks under the alias William Bowery? Talk about a hidden talent. He's got writing credits on a bunch of her songs, including hits from Folklore, Evermore, and even her latest album, Midnights. It's like he's her secret musical genius behind the scenes. And let's not forget those subtle nods to their relationship in Taylor's music. Take London Boy, for example. Rumor has it that track's all about Joe. Oh, and who could miss the reference to their hairstyles at the 2016 Met Gala in dress? It's like she's weaving their love story into her lyrics, one song at a time. It's like they were dancing to different beats, you know? Maybe Joe was craving even more privacy, wanting to keep things ultra low-key, while Taylor was all about embracing their love in her music and in the limelight. It's a classic case of two people wanting different things. And sometimes, no matter how much you love each other, that disconnect can be hard to bridge. Maybe Joe was hoping for a relationship that flew even further under the radar, while Taylor was ready to shout their love from the rooftops. And in the end, those differences might have just been too much to overcome. It's a bummer for sure, but sometimes love isn't enough to keep two people on the same path. And when you piece it all together, it starts to make sense why Taylor and Joe went their separate ways. Their priorities and desires for their relationship just weren't aligning. And now, with Taylor diving into something new with Travis, it's understandable why she might have those same worries lingering in the back of her mind. I mean, if her past relationship taught her anything, it's that even love isn't always enough to bridge those gaps in expectations. So it's only natural that she's feeling a bit apprehensive about the future with Travis. It's like she's been through the ringer before and she's not keen on repeating history. But hey, who knows? Maybe this time around will be different. Maybe Taylor and Travis will find a way to navigate those tricky waters and come out stronger on the other side. Only time will tell. Amidst all these swirling thoughts in Taylor's mind, Travis is stepping up his game, showing her that he's in it for the long haul. He's not just sitting back and letting her worries consume her. Oh no, Travis is right there by her side, reassuring her every step of the way. Also, Kelce is totally Taylor Swift's hype person. Like, seriously. After Taylor dropped The Tortured Poets Department, a source spilled to ET that her NFL beau is all in, super pumped for Taylor's success. He's like her #1 fan, you know? He gets how huge this is for her and thinks she's crazy talented, spilled the source about the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Taylor and Travis totally vibe with each other's creative mojo and hustle. They're like cheerleaders for each other, always backing each other up, respecting each other's ideas, and just being super open and chill. It's not just about the glitz and glam of their respective careers, it's about mutual admiration and support. They're not afraid to show off their admiration publicly either. Travis has been spotted at Taylor's concerts, cheering her on like the supportive boyfriend he is, and Taylor has reciprocated by proudly supporting Travis at his games. Their relationship is like a power duo, blending the worlds of music and sports seamlessly. And you know what's really cool? They're not just in awe of each other's achievements. They genuinely connect on a personal level too. They share similar values and passions, which makes their bond even stronger. Plus, they're both super driven individuals who understand the importance of hard work and dedication. It's like they're each other's biggest motivators, pushing one another to reach new heights in their respective fields. And fans love that he stands with her through everything. One person recently wrote on X, "Notice halfway through guy on Travis's left is getting in close to Taylor. Travis keeps talking and joking, but with a firm grip on the guy's arm, he's never not protecting her." While another added, "Tay really got her a man who is obsessed with her." Men take lessons, girls don't want roses, they want you to treat them the way Travis treats Taylor. Recently, fans shared how humble he gets when he's with her, with one ex-user writing, "They have 3 other people with them who could easily hold the door open for both of them. But Travis still makes sure he's the one holding it open for Taylor." One more person shared a clip from his podcast and wrote, "Travis saying he feels like he's protective on dates, and that's why he wanted to be the one to open the car door for Taylor. I love them both so much."
Do you feel like you're like a security guard when you're with Taylor?
Like I'm part
Do you
of the team.
feel like, yeah, like you're one with the rest of the guys?
I feel like whenever I'm on a date, I'm always like having like the sense of like I'm a man in the situation. I'm like protective.
And check this out. A source tells ET about Travis Kelce being protective of Taylor Swift at an SNL after-party they attended together. At one point, he actually told her security guard that he could step aside, like he'd take it from here. But perhaps the most inspiring thing about Taylor and Travis's relationship is their communication. They're not afraid to have those deep, meaningful conversations about life, love, and everything in between. They listen to each other, respect each other's opinions, and aren't afraid to hash out any disagreements that may arise. It's a relationship built on trust, understanding, and a whole lot of love. So, yeah, while Taylor Swift may have millions of fans around the world, it's safe to say that Travis Kelce is her biggest cheerleader of all. And with him by her side, there's no doubt that Taylor will continue to conquer the music world with her undeniable talent and passion. Kelce being a fan of Swift's work isn't exactly breaking news. In fact, it seems like Swift's latest release, The Tortured Poets Department, may have a couple of tracks dedicated to her beau. Take The Alchemy, for example. Swift isn't exactly playing it coy as she throws in quite a few football references as a nod to Kelce. In the chorus, she belts out, "So when I touch down, call the amateurs and cut 'em from the team, ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be." And if you're still not convinced, she even seems to tip her hat to the Chiefs' Super Bowl win. I mean, listen to this. Shirts off, and your friends lift you up, over their heads, beer sticking to the floor, cheers chanted, because they said, "There was no chance trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me." She croons. It's like Swift is painting a vivid picture of victory and celebration, with Kelce right there in the center of it all. It's pretty sweet to see their love story unfold through Swift's lyrics, isn't it? So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you liked this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.